Aggression is irrational.
There's one in the pit. Sila. You for real, you drop. Merilith executional leader. That's a problem.
Tell me, and I'll do it.
Are we ready to move out?
Esmo, access, yes.
All this waiting bores me. Battles await.
I'm always open to ideas.
Teleportation is impossible.
Rules are made to be. This thing refuses to cooperate. Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
We will win this war.
I sense something. I shall not be swayed from my path. The struggles never cease. Please, forgive me.
Move out.
Ah, that's what good saves do.
Head on.
We got Brother X is here. Requires Aeon Mythic Path. Inevitable, I'm deactivating your previous protocols and giving you a new command. Cease functioning, your duty is done. No need to fight. Command accepted. It can be done like that too. A demi-plane. I forgot this.
Let's move already.
Spells didn't reset. This is my second run, but I've spent around 600 hours in testing builds. Plus, I don't know what it says for the in-game time. Let's see. 625 plus 6, around 1,200 hours in the game so far. Whatever, just no fighting.
You follow. Onwards.
I think there was a huge fight here.
Can't be dismissed as a calculation error. You knew failure was a possibility. Then why? Why? Yes, it's decided. I will tell you the truth. Before we fight to the death. This place is my demi-plane. I thought I had hidden my home well. But I was wrong. Because they saw him with a scroll that he had secretly borrowed from my supply. I have no interest. Look around. And
Sit down and rest. There goes the Demon Slayer soup.
Fighting for a righteous
Anything
cause
new?
is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies out. Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Patrizio tut omronda gratior. Enemosi travisi. Aborane
I'm always open
sentes.
to ideas.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Together we stand.
Inimosi travisi.
Inimosi
Amaranda grat. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi.
Please.
Inimosi. Inimosi. Sono Dani.
Welcome your company.
Ona Adayana. Listano Danyam. Enemosi travisi. Ona Adayana. 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 Aborone sentes. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Aborone sentes. Ona
Everyone is mortal in this world,
Aborone
especially
sentes.
when I'm around.
Avramda gratio. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona
Adayana, Amranda Gratior, Ona Adayana, Quadripio Nurinos, Ona Adayana, Unimosi Travisi, Ona Adayana, Amranda Lisan, Unimosi Travisi.
Rules are made to be broken.
You require my unbiased opinion? The struggles never cease.
The waiting's never fun.
Speak with your actions.
A bright
your
future
words.
awaits us.
Amranda Gratior.
All this waiting bores me.
I'm prepared. You are
Miss
my
me
favorite
already?
egg.
Your orders, Commander.
I will prove
We
my
will
worth.
win this war.
Let's move already.
Saborane Zentes.
I'm losing my temper.
Retreat is not an option.
from the Wrath.
Run them through! Out of my way!
Who will be the last mythic level? So fucking late, man.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
But it will mean a lot, especially for Arielu. It was smooth. Once I rested, it doesn't matter. But I did the entire inner part. I mean, yesterday, outside of Threshold till Kora Mazdejo, not fair, no rests. Now the entire starting part of the tower without a single rest. Now when I rested, it's a different story, when I can throw everything. I believe I might even done it without, but it would last for a fucking hour. Better like this. How's Aeon compared to Legend? Aeon is a fucking team leader. Extremely, extremely good for a party. It would suck solo though. While in comparison, making a legend path out of what I played previously, WordPress, is far better because you can solo bosses. Yeah, this is one of the few games that don't need a DLC. It's fucking long enough. True. Well, now you can play in a DLC. Aeon. I leveled up for so long, I bloody forgot where I was. We got full Aeon's immunities, extra gaze, enforcing gaze, and a less feat. They roll twice to take worse result. My companions roll twice to take a better result so far. I believe that's the one. The one with the misses is good. Normalize size for everyone, but keep bonuses. I'll get this. I like it. Roll twice. Keep the better one. Need to take a piss. Be right back in a second. I can't think. Be right back fast. смерть. Мерть.
Oh.
Пристани. 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 Who is this? Scylla. It's Scylla. Play with flame. Таки можно. Threshold.
Head on.
I say it, so I don't care. Now, I think now comes the bullshit time in front of the threshold. With Koromazdech again. Requires Aeon Mythic Path. Step into the distortion. I will change the past. I will prevent the greatest crime ever committed on Golarion, no matter what the cost. Rewrite history. Transporting you to the distant past, to the time when the whirlwind did not exist. It's different with Aeon. Are you for real? Reach the beginning. The demons reach the dungeons. This is all different, man. Yeah, it was the last mythical. What the fuck?
I lead. You follow.
How Threshold looked like before it went down. I don't remember this from my first run. This is Threshold. Really.
No reason to pause.
I was the one who warned the guards about the ritual Arilu Warlash is about to perform. We're on the same side. My name is Opon. We'll never be on the same side, spellcaster. Stop, I beg you, don't force me to defend myself. We should be fighting Arilu, not each other. Talk some sense into him. Stay where you are. I will deal with you after I cut down this traitor to Sarkores. I will not allow this injustice to happen. You have no right to stand in the way of Threshold's first hunter. I decide what is just. What's going on here? Arilo is about to open a gate to the abyss. I warned the threshold guards. It was too late. The demons caught up unprepared. Their forces overwhelmed us before we could gather. We must stop Arilo before she dooms us all. I come from the future to stop Arilo Warlash from opening the world wound. She must not commit this crime. I command you to cease your squabbling and aid me in my mission. If I don't interfere, the same shit happens. I know that the laws of Sarkoris are strict when it comes to spellcasters, but do they permit you to kill mages if they're acting peacefully and offer no resistance? You say you're acting in accordance with the law. Is that really true? Do the deeds of these mages justify this harsh punishment? I'm a fucking Aeon. My poor brother, the threshold guards have treated you cruelly. I know how they act towards prisoners they dislike. His mind is gone, we must help him. They end up dead. And here comes a Koromazdek 1 million years ago. Rip the skull apart. This was 100 years ago, before the events of the 5th Crusade. Take the guard and the mage alive. Koromazdek again! Of course there's a Gallo. Inquisitor. That ray. Funny with this Seon, man. Everything is different. Even threshold is different. So you changed the best.
Your orders, Commander.
Completely different game, man. See if it can work. I just need freaking abyssal corruption before I fight her. That will be stupid. No. Oh. I can roll. I just roll bad. I can help. That also means that there might not be a fight in front of the threshold with other companions. If I change the past right now, we don't know what happens in the future then. Because you fight Koro Mazdek with companions on other mythic paths. Here you fight Koro Mazdek in the past. I doubt you're gonna fight him twice. Very funny, man.
Move out.
I welcome your company.
Aborones sentes. Amranda gratio, inimosi travisi, agritio tu.
Elder Fire Elemental this time. I can bombard with Volcanic Storm now. Diran just got stronger.
Lisono daniam, inimosi travisi. Ona adayana. 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 Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Aborane sentes. Ona adayana.
I'm always open to ideas.
Let's move already.
Aborane sentes. Amronda. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Ona adayana. Agritio turino. Inimosi travisi. Ona adayana. Amronda. Sana dana.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Your orders, Commander.
I will help where I can.
You require my unbiased opinion?
I think it's enough. Let's try to win the combo first. Aeon doesn't help, they don't even know what it is. Insert chorus. They won't execute him without a fair trial. Show the ring of the summoning to open. I know your story, Open. You have never raised your hand to strike another. You never wanted anyone to come to harm. Can you say the same about the other spellcasters? What will happen when all the magic users in Threshold are suddenly set free? Are you prepared to take responsibility for all the crimes they might commit? I know all about magic. I know it's in the wrong hands, it can be a terrible weapon. The laws of Sarkoris may be too harsh. They're right to restrict the use of magic. Without these restrictions, the country would plunge into chaos. Wake up, come to your senses before you get yourself killed. Your dreams about innocent mages are nothing more than a naive fantasy. Laws exist for a reason, they must be followed, not broken. If you want things to change, convince your leaders to rewrite the laws. Opon is right, the laws of Sarkoris should be rewritten. Not a Sarkorian, therefore the laws of Sarkoris are none of my concern. I will not interfere. Opon, you must fight for what you believe is right. You're acting with a show the ring. Never thought I'd see it again. You're not wrong, it pains me to admit, but I believe magic should be restricted. I'm begging you, help me present my request to the Clan Council. Help you change the laws of Sarkoris so justice can prevail. We will talk after we stop the witch Warlash. Yangaril. This will be the dawn of a new era in Sarkoris. Can you tell me who are you? Where did you came from? I'm an Aeon, I come from the future. Let me tell you what it's about to happen. A real war shall open a rift to the abyss. A war between the planes will rage for 100 years, and Sarkoris will be destroyed. However, I'm here to change all of that. I will stop the witch before she commits her hideous crime. It's hard to believe. An Aeon. And now comes Koromazdek. Koromazdek! God damn it, man, how many times do I need to kill you? How freaking many times do I need to kill your ass? Requiem. Annihilate. Well, so much from the mages and inquisitors. Open with a fireball against Koromazdek, funny guy. Very funny.
Not an option.
Holy shit, I nuked you. That fucker is hard.
You're irrelevant.
Galu. shit what Diran does. Holy shit. Holy shit, Diran. Holy shit. You don't troll me fucking now, you die. That's it. Let's change the past in Threshold. Koro Mazdek, then again he lives +5s. And Unholy Longsword +5. We roll. Open an Inquisitor, eh? Weird playing in Threshold that's not broken. Ah, that's the main door we entered, bro. Again, the same map, man. I can't fucking believe it.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
What is this shit for?
Onwards!
One detects a thing. Why is it locked?
Together we stand.
Is this the final fight against Arilu now?
This is where it is going to happen. This is where I will perform the ritual. I will sow my spirit to the essence of the abyss and see the world around me change. Each stitch will bring Galarian closer to the abyss. And once I am done, I will do the same to your soul.
Interesting.
Welcome, Eon from the future. I have been awaiting your arrival, and you did not disappoint me.
Arilu looks different also here. Fuck.
A researcher must be particularly resilient in the face of mistakes, incorrect hypotheses, and failed experiments. You are my future mistake. I do believe that I will feel some regret for ending your current life, but you can rest assured that such sentiments will not stop me.
Do you know who I am and where I come from?
I learned the answers to those questions a long time ago. The week before I was captured, someone paid a visit to my laboratory. They appeared out of nowhere, said a few words, and then vanished without a trace. It was a most curious encounter, and it is even more curious now that I have discovered the truth of your origins. You are from the future, and have traveled back in time to stop my research. You are a failed experiment. I merged the shards of my son's soul and the soul of a mortal man together to create you. But it does not matter. I will correct my mistake. I will correct you.
You know, everything you've done has been for a single purpose, to save your child.
Yes. And no. Even if I could have brought back my son, I wouldn't have stopped at that. I wouldn't have been satisfied. Not after what I'd gone through. Not after the things I'd learned. I want to become stronger, and I wish the same for my child. I don't want to be afraid of anything. It is not the dogs of Threshold that stand against me, nor is it Sarkoris itself. It is the very laws of a world governed by death, weakness, and parting. This Nahindrian crystal will do more than create a rift. I must find a way to use it for another purpose. to free my son from the forces that make us weak and mortal. And I know now that I will succeed. But I wish to know what you think. Do you enjoy living in a world where your entire life cycle has been predetermined? Everything from your birth to what will happen to your soul after you die has been decided for you? Or do you want to be the master of your own destiny? Do you want a world that you can change? A world that offers you the chance to be anything you want?
I'm enjoying having power only because it allows me to make the world a better place.
I also want to make the world a better place. But not for everyone. Only for the one person I care about.
Well, you call me your mistake?
I am going to pour what is left of my son's soul into the soul of a common mortal. They say death and the judgment of Pharasma purges the soul of everything it once was in life. But this cannot be true. I have researched this subject meticulously, and have collected enough evidence to prove that supernatural beings born from mortal souls can recall their past. Sometimes partially, and sometimes fully. Yet your presence here, your desire to resist me, proves that my hopes did not come true. The memory of my child has failed to awaken. There is nothing familiar about you. Nothing at all.
I'm gonna merge the remnants of your son's soul with mine. So why do you want to harm me?
If a hypothesis is proven wrong, it needs to be rejected. But the research process does not stop there. That is all I can tell you right now.
You're gonna maim your soul when you open the world bone, you're gonna doom yourself?
Quite possibly. I find it difficult to argue about things that have not happened yet. But you are here, trying to stop me in your past and not your present. And that makes me think I may not be doomed after all. Then let us end this. As you can see, I have other important matters to attend to.
You can still walk away from all of this, there is no need for bloodshed.
Asking me to stop is like asking a river not to flow, or a volcano not to erupt. I hope you weren't planning on catching me by surprise. When you visited my laboratory, your power surprised me, and gave me some ideas. I think I managed to reproduce some of your mythic abilities. When my demonic allies are in proximity to the Nahindrian crystal, they will experience power beyond measure. I will be interested to see if it surpasses yours. Death does not have to be the end. I have spent years trying to prove it, and I will not relent in my efforts. This experiment may fail, but that simply means I need to make further adjustments. I'll try again. I am still alive. I still have time. You, the current you, will have to die. But only to surrender the soul you share with my son. I will correct my future mistake. I will double-check my calculations. Things will be different, more precise. I will turn the world upside down if I must. I promise.
They will break against our resolve.
Like the first and the last battle. This is the first battle and the last one. When you go back in time. With young Garilu Warlash. And she's not strong enough. But she says her minions are, which I don't see by stats. Devastating Greater Apocalypse Locust. Shit, I expected that hard fight to occur, not this. Let's see how it's gonna be. I won't reload because of Guarded Heart. Even though I'll be 10 times stronger, it doesn't matter. Let's just roll like this. Holy shit, I bursted the living crap out of her. I bursted the living crap out of Ariel. She's dead. 500,000 XP. She's dead already. Holy shit, Ariel, I fought as a legend. This was a fucking menace. She really was. Diran alone is annihilating them. Now weird worked. Is that it?
You are stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud. To be defeated by the one I have imbued with power. Is there any higher praise? But I'm tired. You won't hear me pleading. Let us finish this experiment here and now.
By the power of the Aeon, I hereby deliver your sentence. You will die now, and your death will prevent the creation of the world wound. You may say your final words.
Then here are my final words. I regret nothing.
In a supernova. The icy touch of the cosmos chills you to the bone. The cold permeates your body down to your very soul. Ariel Warlash is dead, and your right to exist perish along with her. She will no longer be able to create you in your current existence as a vessel for two souls. She will not imbue you with mythic power. Perhaps somewhere a mortal will soon be born with a soul that is identical to yours, but that person will not be you. A thought comes unbidden into your mind. You stopped Ariel and carried out the sentence pronounced by the universe, and in so doing committed a crime against the cosmic order. The world has changed, has reverted to its original state before the war against the Abyss, before the creation of the world wound, before Ariel Warlash broke any laws. You punished the guilty, but she ceased to be guilty the moment you executed her sentence. The world around you fades into darkness, but you sense the approval of the Aeons. They have watched you from among the stars, and though you cannot see them, you know they're near. Everything has happened as it should. You fulfilled your role as a judge, and now you have one final duty to perform. You must now face the judgment of the gods themselves. Requires Aeon mythic path cease to exist. I don't want my existence to end. Address your companions. By administrating justice, I broke the law and invalidated my own existence. I will soon depart, but you shall remain, and will be teleported to where you belong. An oppressive silence hangs over you. You must decide whether to leave a memory of yourself or to depart quietly and be gone forever. Cease to exist, but leave a memory of yourself. Cease to exist. Cease to exist, but leave a memory of yourself. The darkness surrounds you, embracing you like a long-lost friend. The cold of the cosmos fades away, and you realize that eternity awaits you. Only tranquility remains, for you have earned your repose. You're leaving the world behind a better place. Of course, it's still full of injustice, but it is no longer your responsibility. Your task is finally complete. You will be remembered by those who remain. This thought illuminates your mind like a final ray of light, then darkness falls. Man, what a fucking epic ending with Aeon. We go to Pharasma. Ah, yes.
I require rest.
I require rest. I do, god damn it, after this run I do. I fucking do. Life and death, destiny and great deeds, answers to mysteries, the search for one's true path. The mind can comprehend all of this, and then such concepts can be written down as a sequence of formulas, a series of lines, a chain of thought. Still, a moment always comes when it is time to wrap up, to reach a conclusion, to put a period at the end of the last sentence. But what conclusion can one draw if the experiment never took place? The world wound was never opened, the demon lords never assembled their armies and never betrayed each other. No more than usual, at least. Sarkoris continued to exist. And Ariel Warlash never bestowed mythic powers upon anyone. To the end of their days, Tetre, Devimai, and Opon loathed each other, but their mutual enmity did not stop them from laying down a system of rules and regulations in the Threshold Fortress that satisfied both the mages and their wardens. Those rules were soon adopted by all of Sarkoris. This is such a different ending, man. Like the game never happened. Like nothing happened in 100 years. The persecution of mages ceased and the number of crimes involving spellcasters dwindled. The demon lord Descari sought out ways to invade Golarion, which he so deeply despised, but without the world wound his efforts were all for naught. The demon lord Nocticula took little interest in his fruitless attempts. She had share of concerns in Lushinira, where she had discovered that the cell of Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth had been operating in her city. Nocticula, I think she becomes Azata when you go as a legend. Or something like that. She turns to a good side, now she remained in Alushinira. Galfrey inherited the throne after her father. She was crowned queen when she was 40 years old, already a wise and experienced ruler. Galfrey was beloved by the common folk and the aristocracy alike, and her reign is considered to mark the beginning of the golden age of Andavian chivalry. Prior to ascending the throne, she married one of her knights, with whom she later had 3 children. The queen died in her bed at a ripe old age, surrounded by family and friends. This is like the happiest ending possible. Sarkoris never got destroyed, Worldwound never got opened, demons never invaded. Arilu never existed. You never existed. Kenabres, a small town on Sarkorian border, was so unremarkable that it could only be found on the most detailed of maps. The only jewel in its humble crown was an old temple of Yomedea run by a wise old man. Prelate Hulron, a paragon of beauty, purity, and compassion. Irabet, daughter of common Mandavian soldiers, plied the family trade and in time earned the title of knight. She never started a family, instead living a life of solitude. As her subordinates would joke, when out of earshot, she was married to her duty. The runaway from Nidal by the name of Anevia found no happiness in the river kingdoms. She perished in obscurity, killed by one of the many beasts and cutthroats inhabiting that restless region. She ended up bad without the other. The storyteller. He continued his travels across Golari and occasionally beyond. He knew that out there somewhere there was one story he would never find, his own. He never found who he was. In the absence of the world wound, there was no need for Scylla to journey across the entire continent. She remained in the south, fighting evil and helping those in need, just as tireless. Among Scylla's war stories, there were a couple of new, particularly fanciful tales, like the one about a massive demon lord attacking a city, after which Scylla and a certain brave comrade of hers fell down into underground caves and fought their way out. Whenever she told that story, she would always add, "You don't have to believe me," and her eyes would always be tinged with sadness. She remembers small parts of what happened, but it never happened, and she remembers that it happened because we changed the past. Without demonic influence, the mongrel tribe never came to be. They never existed. Instead, on the outskirts of Kenabres, in a loving family, there lived a country boy named Lan, who wanted to grow up to be a farmer like his father. The neighbor girl Wenduag visited their farm often. The pair quarrels and the reconciliations that followed were a constant topic of discussion, and yet the bond they still shared was something more than simple friendship. It sometimes seemed they were keeping some kind of terrible secret known only to two of them. They also remember what happened. Voljev. Without any demonic intervention, Voljev grew up in an ordinary human family in Kenabres. The moment he came of age, he declared, "Nobody understands me here," and departed for Nerosian, where he joined a thief gang, and soon after was sent to prison for the first time. His jailers were profoundly confused about a phrase Voljev would repeat every now and then. "I'll tell ya, if the chief was here right now, you lot would let me out right quick." So Voljev remembers us. Kionin, a strange pensive girl, was born, the latest in a long line of spellcasters. In her preachings, she would often mention her mentor, a mysterious knight who had apparently taught her everything she knew. There were those who believed the knight was an angel of some kind, or even a deity that watched over this woman. Others interpreted the knight as a purely metaphorical figure. Nenia. There were times when she stopped dead in her tracks and rubbed her nose furiously, trying to remember something or someone very important to Golarion. Alas, her attempts were futile. She forgot we existed, even though she has a memory, she forgot. Diran grew up living happily on his family's estate in the care of his mother, Countess Elena Arandea. The young man developed a strong friendship with his royal kin. His innate charm allowed him to build an impressive career in diplomacy. He became one of Mendev's emissaries, and sometimes later the head of the kingdom diplomatic service. He was remembered by his descendants for his witty remarks, which became household expressions in the country at large. Some of his most memorable aphorisms defied precise interpretation. They were such as, "What's a little plague on one's birthday?" or "When demons spoil your party, do not begrudge one more uninvited guest, for he may just save the whole night." Social. The painting remained. Social's single truly striking painting was a portrait of a general at the head of an army of knights. No one could ever determine who these warriors were, or who was the person leading them into the battle. According to Social, the scene had come to him in a dream. Social's elder brother, Trevor, just remained a paladin. Only once, when he had too much wine on a feast day, did he let slip that he had given up on his travels, because this time there would have been nobody there to pull him out of the abyss. But he fell asleep before he could say more, and in the morning he had forgotten what he was going to say. Regiel. In a world without a world wound, the Order of the God Claw was never founded. but Rigel deranged, nevertheless reached the highest ranks of the Hell Knights. He dedicated his life to the struggle against chaos and evil. The Hell Knight resisted the effects of bleaching incredibly well. And he dies from bleaching when you go with Legend. When asked what it was that allowed him to live for so long, he replied cryptically, "The commander has not released me from my service or given me the order to die." Greybor decided to stay with his wife and their daughter Mora, forever renouncing his dangerous adventures in the past that had not been. After a long and steady life, he became a grey-haired elder with a harsh countenance and eyes filled with silent yearning. He never became assassin. Oh, Arushali got fucked. She never entered Golarion. Among the many demons that inhabited Elushinira, the succubus by the name, she got a bad ending. The name of Arushali was known for her cunning and deftness. In time, she was recognized and elevated by the ruler of the city, by Nocticula. Her serene demeanor marked her out as a different from her sisters, and she surprised all she met with her dislike for bloodshed. However, those who considered her soft were taught a swift and deadly lesson.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I was defeated. I fell at the hand of the one I was planning to transform in a future that did not come to pass. My experiment ended in failure before it had even begun. Which means that I died an innocent. Before I could commit any sins against the universe, I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Not only of my life, but of the Commander's also. I believe the tale of such an illustrious figure would pique even a goddess's curiosity. Now you know everything. I await your verdict, Goddess.
She hangs over the boneyard. The Lady of Graves is weighing her decision, and it seems the entire universe is holding its breath, awaiting her pronouncement. Intervene. That ain't gonna be well. I can't. Not as an Aeon. Let Pharasma deliver her verdict.
You wish to wreak great evil upon the world, but you were thwarted by the life of the one you had doomed to unbeing. Your hands are clean, not by your own doing, but merely as a confluence of circumstance. Your soul is as dark as it ever was. I shall send you to the Maelstrom, the plane on the edge of the world. A place to which the gods' gazes do not stray. There you will find yourself. Or you will perish in the whirlwind of chaos that is your soul. So be it.
Achievement unlocked. Test of the Starstone. The end. We never got judged because we were Aeon. And we never existed. What a fucking ending, man. Like only Arillo existed and no one else. Most of this is the happiest ending. Okay. Crusades never happened. 100 Years War never happened. You never happened. All of those deaths never happened. Like everyone got a fucking happy ending. Okay, maybe like 2 or 3 NPCs from your entire army didn't got a happy ending. Everyone else got a very, very happy ending. Extremely happy. And we're gonna see now how it ends up differently before I start the DLC. Did I just complete the game on unfair? Finally, I got the achievement. Shit. 0.3% of players have it. I finally got it. Yeah, I finally got it. It was a long one though. Very, very happy ending, okay? Very, very happy ending. Now let's fight again and see what happens. I don't know anymore. Let's go.
This is where it is. Well, a researcher must be particular. You are. And I know now that I find it. Yet you're. If a hot quite pop, then let us end this. As you can see, I have other. When I hope death. I promise.
Close ranks.
I need to fight again, goddammit.
You are stronger than I could have anticipated.
I don't wish to kill you.
Has your create.
The words stick in your throat. You're sustained by the mythic power of the Aeon, and that power resists your decision. An instant later, the compulsion is gone, but you know that it's too late. You cannot reject the path of the Aeon. You have gone too far, and justice must be done. No fucking different ending as Aeon. Only one ending. Man, only one ending with Aeon. No way. And the what my existence here, the cold and feeling cosmos remains deathlier, please. It maintains life in the universe. You were merely a tool in a finely tuned mechanism, and you served your purpose. The time has come to put you aside with gratitude, but with no regrets. Cease to exist this time. Yeah, without leaving a memory. What an epic game, man. What a freaking epic game. Every mythic part is so bloody different. This is all the same. All the same. They just don't remember you anymore. Not even Yeah, not now the second line is missing. They just don't remember you. Yeah, no second line only. And they all end up the same. They just erase the second line.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I was defeated, I fell at the hand of the one I was planning to transform in a future that did not. I have now
intervene. Let's try. But I'll fail no matter what. Succeeded. You worsen their hurt, consider given.
The laws of the universe have existed for millennia. They are incontrovertible. You wish to wreak great evil upon the world, but you were and yet, the one whom you harmed most of all now appeals to me on your behalf. I shall send you to Elysium, plane of wild expanses, desires, and exploits that will help you to better understand yourself. So be it.
That's where Nocticula ends up, by the way, in Elysium. When you play as Legend, Nocticula ended up in Elysium for me. And she just sent Arilu to freaking Elysium.
Now you, the mortal who has risen so high as to stand boldly in the presence of the goddess of fate. You have done the impossible, and you will be remembered as long as this universe exists. You have earned your peace.
Ember spoke to Nocticula on my run, but she never went to Elysium. Okay, because I changed the past. What it means World Wound never got opened. She never met Ember when you play as Aeon. And she remains in Alushinira. The game is just straight fucking amazing, okay? I'm so amazed by the game, I'm thinking about playing it again. I just can't find strength to play it again because I know how long it lasts. And I like playing on Unfair. But now, to be honest, if I want new runs, if I want to experience the game, I could play on Unfair 3.0. I could play with mods since I got the achievement for this, and I can go for the rest of the achievements this time. What if I never entered the port? Is there any other way? Threshold, threshold, threshold. Final mythic. I can't believe this game. I mean, I really can't believe it. I am curious about all other mythic pots. I'm also sad it ended. Step away from this. I refuse to change the past. I will not travel through time to close the world wound. I will close here in the present. The haze wraps you in its embrace and you feel the icy breath of the cosmos one last time. Then the frigid cold releases you from its grip and you find yourself standing in front of the threshold portals. Well, there is that ending as Aeon too.
You should not have come here. I, Arilu Vorlesh, the one you called the Betrayer, have nothing to offer you but death.
Karamzadeh, I will give you the chance to avenge your death. Rise.
Curse you, mortal scum. You have struck ice into my heart. I will devour your souls to loosen its freezing grip.
This is like the biggest bullshit fight in the world. And this is what I got. Like for fucking real. That's what I got. Really, game. I'm supposed to fight with Trevor. There's Woljif available, which I can't play with. There's Venduag, which I can't play with.
What you sow.
I only got Ember. And they just got a... God damn it with this game. We can see the ending, okay? I'll reduce the difficulty now till I reload, so we can see the ending. No need to play on unfair anymore. Achievement. Need to do this though. Event. Dear God, man. There's gonna be like 5-6 different endings only with Ale.
Won't fall here. I swear it.
We're gonna see them all. I don't have a rush to play the DLC.
Begone, fiend.
I really don't. They're not a joke, even on casual difficulty they're less long. Look at this shit. I'll only fight a real one on fair. I wanna step it up, see the endings. Reach the end.
No one stands in my way.
Now that's the ending I know. Aeon is so freaking great. I can't wait to see the other bots also. Fucking game needs 10 playthroughs, man.
Mortal who ventured recklessly into the abyss. Just another.
I would roast his ass. No matter what, it's a comedy. Energy skin. I believe there is a comedy of the abyss. What now? Got them. Oh, I missed something.
You are my favorite aide.
Man. Where the fuck do?
Head on!
What side I came from? What is this shit?
I lead. You follow.
Any dimension door?
Onwards!
Dear God. Stupid fucking meh.
Battle awaits.
I'll fight her on unfair once I see the endings. I wanna see the endings.
This is where it happened. It was here that I conducted the ritual.
We know.
A researcher must not have any
We-
A researcher must be particularly resilient in the face of mistakes, incorrect hypotheses, and failed experiments. You are my failed You're so adept at magic. Yes, you have seen a goddess. You have been bait. I also, when I watch, if a hypothesis
Same
is proven wrong,
questions
it needs to be
as when you
rejected.
go into past.
But the research process, it will kill me eventually. But the tearing of the soul, followed by and it's finally time to end
Dragon
all this.
mythic path required. We can find a way to solve this without bloodshed.
Asking me to death
Same.
is
Is gonna lead up to the fight. Quite good stats, you know, for this silly difficulty. Quite good stats for this silly difficulty. Look at her. She persists.
I never thought that I would be responsible for the creation of my most powerful enemy.
What if you're wrong?
I would be overjoyed to discover that I am wrong. I tried to hope, even though there was no hope left. But wait, why do you care? Why are you trying to change my mind? That thirst for truth and knowledge. But what makes you think I will listen to your arguments? I have gone too far to turn back. I must walk the path I have chosen. I'm not going to flee for my life. You need me to seal the wound, don't you? You think
Sadie isn't that boring after all.
Suture. Why haven't I killed you, Suture? Flaming copy of Arilu. What is this? I never seen the fight revolves like this. It was completely different as a
You
legend.
should have listened to reason. This rendition is irrational.
Holy shit. Imagine on unfair. $1 million Arilus. I'll need to rest for this.
Vision blurring. Legs are shaking.
Self.
the inheritor? Guide my blade. Stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud to be defeated by the one I have imbued with power. Is there any higher
That's a
praise?
swarm mythic bot, dragon mythic
But I'm
bot.
tired. You won't hear me pleading. Let us finish this experiment here.
I'm not gonna sacrifice you. Walking away and leaving everything as it is. I'm not gonna sacrifice you.
Then what are you going to do?
Step
Sacrifice
into
your
the
own
wound.
life to seal the wound? Just turn around and
Pharisee on
leave?
mythic bot. Order must be restored. I sacrifice my life and soul to remedy the terrible mistake that is the world wound. Take a step into the wound and your soul, your entire being splits into pieces. But this burst is not chaotic, it breeds not erratic destruction, but progressive, precisely measured waves that roll through the fabric of reality and restore the disrupted structure. And the last thing you see is the perfect beauty of carefully aligned patterns, where once the planar tapestry was scourged by rifts and ruin. Definitely the best ending is when you go into past and change the past.
I require rest.
Axiomites remain on Golarion. They restore the land. They consider their own. Ponton remained the warden of Dresden. Terendelev continued to aid the mortals. She remained in Kenabres. Mendev's political center was Dresden. Galpri died of old age. Diran Arandea inherited the throne. Angels were set free from the war stones. They returned to heaven. Nocticula became the Redeemer Queen, and she went to Elysium. She attained divine power and became the patroness of exiles. Shamira took the throne in Alushinira on the Midnight Isles. Baphomet. They remain in the abyss, both of them. They still live happily ever after. Hand of the Inheritor became a wanderer. Storyteller, we know what happens. I found all of his Elven pages on my first run. Pinion keeps traveling. Exemplary Paladin from Scylla. Lan died because he lives like what, 30-40 years only. Venduag died in battle. She was the leader of mongrels, the queen of the mongrels. She would die very fast no matter if she died in battle or not. Ember again is a preacher. Nenioff finished her encyclopedia, Golarionic, recounting the great deeds of the commander. And she went to visit every other nation in Golarion. Inquisitor Yotar's blood seemed to have led darkness into Diran's soul. Voljic was with Diran, breaking chaos. Sociel and his brother returned back to their village. They lived a quiet life. Rigiel succumbed to bleaching, he died. And he became quite famous. Greybor became a wanderer, killing evil only. Arushali helped others, and that's it.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The I was defeated. I have recounted the story of my life for you, Pharasma, Lady of Graves. Now you know everything.
Intervene. Mercy. Ja, men det är ändå... Punish. Mercy. Whatever. I don't know. Mercy.
The laws of the universe have existed. You wrought great evil, while it stemmed from the... And yet, the one... I shall send you to the Maelstrom.
Even with
Plane on
Mercy,
edge
she's
of
the
world.
Maelstrom.
A place to which the
Ah.
gods' gazes do not stray. There you will find yourself. Or you will perish in the whirlwind of chaos that is your soul. So be it.
But if you go back in time and ask Pharasma for mercy for Arilu, then she sends her to Elysium, because nothing ever happened in the next 100 years or so, okay? And she sends her to Elysium. And now when you plead for mercy, she ends up in Maelstrom.
Now you, the mortal who has risen so high as to stand boldly in the present.
A research yourself. You have seen a god. It with the tearing, and it's finally time to end all this. Yeah, death eye.
They are the darkness.
Responsible for the creation of my... I would be overjoyed. But what makes you... I'm not...
I will lead to your demise. Precision!
Retreat is not an option. Kneel before me.
I will resist.
Stronger than I could have anticipated. As your creator, I should be proud to be defeated by the one I have imbued with power. Is there any higher praise? But I'm tired. You won't hear me pleading.
I'm walking away and leaving everything as it is.
How fortunate then that we have a replacement for you.
She's gonna push Arielu. Since the architect of the world wanted to demolish her own creation.
As always, I had to do everything myself. See, things are great. You're alive. The wound is healing. We all have wonderful lives ahead of us in the new world. Let us enjoy the moment. It's not every day one witnesses the end of a phenomenon that changed the lives of generations of mortals and demons.
Commander did not stay long in the lands where the Fifth Crusade had been waged. A new destiny and a new journey awaited him. Axiomites remained. Parental same. Crusaders, Prophet. She ends up in Elysium. Commander celebrates his victory over Reshkagal. The mask of inscrutable Reshkagal remained in the possession of Commander of the Fifth Crusade until the very end. Could not discard the sinister item. Shortly after the Battle of Threshold, he began disappearing for days at a time, then suddenly returning, unable to recall what had happened to him. All is the same.
And what of me, the writer of these words? The half-demon witch known as the architect of the world wound. I have now...
Intervene. Great evil deserves a commensurate punishment.
The laws of the universe. You wrought great evil. You killed countless souls and put existence itself under threat. Your soul is dark and incapable of atonement. Even the Abyss would be a reward for you rather than a punishment. There is no place in the universe for one such as you. So be it. Now you, the mortal who has risen so
She raised the
high,
Rilu.
stand boldly in the presence of the goddess of fate.
I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Oof, bad. Frankly, this fucking fight, I'm tired of fighting difficult fights. I'm fucking tired of it. And it's not an easy one. It's extremely hard. Save a little fight. If it doesn't work, I'll do it tomorrow and now I'll just play the DLC. Very weird fight. It differs a lot from a legend. Really a lot.
I'm losing my temper.
I welcome your company.
Amorane Sentes. Magritio, Ronda, Gratio, Enemosi Travisi.
Invisible, can I cast guarded card? Let me check.
Oh, yes, what?
Quiet. But how will they know I've arrived?
Maybe she doesn't spot us.
This is a researcher must be particularly... Yeah, death is an eye problem.
From the shadows.
This is okay. That's more than okay.
No one stands in my way.
No reason to pause.
I'm always open to ideas.
Orders, Commander.
are my favorite aide.
All this waiting bores me.
Aborone Sentes. Avronda Grati. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Avronda Gratior. Ona Adayana. Patrizio Curinos. Ona Adayana. Unimosi Travisi. Avronda Ona Adayana.
Rely on me.
Decide already.
Skip the pleasantries.
Struggles never cease.
Patrizio Curinos.
Missed me already.
Johnny. Johnny. Sabi. Johnny. Sabiku. Johnny. Sabiku. Patrizio. Ona Adayana. Lissano Dania. Unimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. 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 Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Aborane Sentes. Ona Adayana.
Are we ready to move out?
Tell me, and I'll do it.
I will help where I can.
I'm prepared.
We will win this
Let's
war.
move already.
Aborane Sentes.
Anything new?
The waiting is never fun.
I shall
A
not be
bright
swayed from
future
your path.
awaits us.
Ona Adayana.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
they were gonna deal any damage to her. I should cast barriers over here. But let's see what happens. Jesus Christ, did you just cast it Polar Midnight? I can't even see her.
Die!
The game will explode. The game will fucking explode. Bitch with Polar Midnight. If I load again, she probably won't guess Polar Midnight. But, god damn it. She's unbelievable, man. 102 armor class. Unbelievable. Summons. I just provoke her. And I can't reach. God damn it, woman. Sitting in a Polar Midnight.
Quickly!
Missed me already. Let's have some fun.
Reflex save.
You're irrelevant.
Impossible, I can't even see her. Again a Polar Midnight. You fucking bitch. I think there are 3 frames in total. It's literally unplayable. 62 reflex.
Assist me at once.
Please, help me!
I'll need to do it, but without sounds. She gets Polar Midnight with sounds.
Dedicate my body to science.
Dealing damage, but no fucking summons. It's fine.
Assist me at once.
Three times a day, when she drops below 50, she goes up to full health again. So you need to take out 3,700 HP and then for around 5,000 HP for her to die. That's how it is. Not only did I need all of the spells I casted, I'll also need all scrolls. completely broke.
Axel. Yes. Axel. Yes.
Refuse to surrender.
I'm alright.
Mrvic. See if I can strip her out.
Oh, yes. What?
But I'm way too fucking tired, I really am. For fights like this, I'm way too bloody tired.
Anything new? I refuse to accept their statement.
If she rolls, we can dispel. We can dispel everything in her if she rolls. She rolled 8. She needs to roll 10 plus. She rolls 10 plus, the really dies. I know, okay, I know, but I'm so freaking tired, okay, to do that shit. My class for the third run will probably be some melee necro cleric. Probably. You missed the time travel ending, yeah. No, it ain't gonna happen immediately, okay? I ain't gonna play the third run immediately.
I'm always open to ideas. Let's prove their logic is lacking.
She dispelled 5 out of her. Great bug.
This condition is irrational. Legs are shaking.
Let's move already. None shall escape!
Oh, yes. What?
Skip the pleasantries.
Prepared. You are my favorite aide.
All this waiting bores me.
Please allow me.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Are we ready to move out? I refuse to accept their statement.
Did roll 20. Way too much. Way too much. Goddamn 8 prates.
Oh, yes. What? Anything new? I refuse to accept their statement.
77. But still, it's fucking way too much. Only Nedio can do it. When and if she rolls well, and then I need to reload and reload and reload until it fucking happens.
I will resist.
This condition is irrational.
The goddamn fucking bitch goes for Nenio. Summons are... I can't play this with summons. I need summons out. When I better think about it, I'll do it tomorrow. Let's see the DLC. I used everything, teaching moment, everything. I just need to play without summons, spread them, keep Nenio safe, and heal up the rest until I strip her out. That's all that needs to happen. I hate to do it like 5 times in a row, strip her out 25. She can drop to 70, then I can nuke her down. That's the only way. Inevitable access. Answer a plea from a powerful